Hey guys, I promised I would make this video for question 7, so I'm going to do that. And then I noticed when I went back into this quiz, the answers, or sorry, the questions changed a little bit. So a couple of them stayed the same, a couple of them changed. So I'm going to go through one or two of the other ones also. But if you were taking the quiz with us earlier, and if you still happen to have that open, um, which you probably don't. I'm going to show you the answers that we had. Um, and then this one remained the same. This was that one that Isaiah and I were talking about where both of us wrote in a negative, or sorry, positive one instead of negative. So for this one, number 6, Sam is correct. That he did solve that correctly. So I'm just going to put this here. Sam is correct. For question 7, it says Mitchell begins solving the equation below, which looks like a hot mess because of all these. It's got a bunch of fractions. We've got variables on both sides. So he is saying he can multiply every term by 12 as the first step. So because multiplying by 12 will eliminate all of the fractions, true or false. So if you watched the videos that were at the beginning of the whole module, they're telling us that we can start simplifying these equations with fractions if we multiply both sides of the equation by, well, in this case, we'd have to do something that was in common with 4, 3, and 2. So this is part of the reason why we spend so much time learning about multiples and factors. So this kid is saying, basically 12 is a multiple of 4, 3, and 2. If he multiplies everything by 12, it will eliminate the fractions. So I'm going to show you how that works. I went ahead and copied that down here, and I'm going to show you how multiplying by 12 does work to eliminate all the fractions. So you just have to remember that when you're multiplying by a whole number with fractions, we're going to do everything. And it's a lot, but remember, here I'm going to do this. It's 12 over 1 is what we're multiplying. And we're going to do that to both sides. I did not give myself enough room on here, but that's okay. So I'm not going to multiply this whole thing by 12. I'm just multiplying the numerator, 12 times 2x. But I have to multiply 12 to everything. So 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times negative 2 would be negative 24x, and it's still over 4, but I'm going to show you something. Hang on. And then 12 times 8x I'm going to admit I don't know all my 12s like this. 12 times 8 is 96. So that becomes 96x. Over here, we're going to do 12 times negative 3. So that's negative 36 over 3. And then I'm going to do this, even though I could simplify it in my head, because this is basically half of 12. 12 times 1/2, or half of 12, that would be 6. But I want to show you how this works. So this is what happens when we multiply by 12. Now, I can simplify this right here, because 24x divided by 4 is going to be 6x. So I have 36 minus 6x plus 96x is equal to 36 divided by 3. I'm going to keep it negative. Oops, it's not 13, it's 12. And then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Don't forget these x's, all these little mistakes that could be made. But the whole question was asking if we multiply by 12 as our first step, the student in the math problem says that will eliminate the fractions, and that is true. Now we don't have to go through and solve the whole thing. But understand that 4, 3, and 2 have a common multiple, of 12 because each of these are factors of 12. 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12. So this student in the little situation, true or false, it's true. So question 7 and question 6 came up the same as what we were looking at earlier. Question 5, I believe, was the same. I'm just going to double check on my, oopsie. No, question 5 was a little different actually. And so was question 4. So I just want to show you one of these where you can multiply first to technically get rid of or eliminate a fraction by actually using multiplication first. So if you logged out of the quiz after we ended our Zoom session today, you're probably going to have to go back and redo some of these problems. But I want to show you how this type of problem works. And then of course you can email me and show me specific problems that you got when you were doing the quiz. So this is one of the ones that I just pulled up, and you notice this is something divided by 3. The opposite of divide by 3 is multiply by 3. So if we multiply, and remember it has to be, everything has to get multiplied by 3. So this side also has to be multiplied by 3. If we do that, we are going to get rid of or eliminate this fraction. This 3 times x is 3x. I'll write it down. And 1 times 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is just 1x. 3 times 4 is 12. So we end up with just x plus 12 is equal to -6. And then this is going to be one step because we already have 1x. And that one step is subtract 12 from both sides. So this should be x is equal to -18. Now, when you do these quizzes, you are unlimited amounts of tries for these. So what we were working on together is now different, but you have unlimited amounts of tries. And I can see if you try and take this quiz 4 times, you're definitely getting credit. You're getting credit if you try it once, but I know you guys want to know how to do this correctly. So I will show you as many times as you need me to show you. We can always do one-on-one or small group Zooms during the week. So just because it's not our scheduled time doesn't mean I'm not available for you. So all you have to do is send me an email and I'll ask you if you want to do small group or one-on-one Zoom, and we just have to set up a time. And then you just have to set an alarm to remind you.